How you doing today, guys? Welcome back to another day of 7th grade math. Today we're gonna keep talking about area of composite figures. Now this is the assignment that you guys need to work on. I'm not gonna do all of them. I'm just gonna do a couple of them, make it fast and quick so that you can have an idea of what you need to do. So the ones that you have to do is gonna be 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And on the next page, on side D, you have to do some other ones. You have to do 4, 5, 7, and 9. So I'm probably just going to do 2 samples so that you can have an idea on how to do this again. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to do number 4. And remember that everybody has the reference chart available for you. And this reference chart is going to be given to you on every single test that you take. It's right here. And we are focused on area. We need to know those. You need to look for those when we're working these type of problems. So, right here, number 4. The first thing you have to do when you have an irregular shape or a composite figure is break it down into different shapes, or break down the separate. Just break it up so that you can find the area for each individual shape and then combine it all together to find the total area. Now, if you look at the instructions, if we have a circle or a semicircle, remember a semicircle, like that one, is half of a circle. What does that mean? That means that when you find the area for the whole circle, at the end you have to divide it by 2. And remember, for circles, we need the radius, not the diameter for the circle. And the formula for the area for the circle is pi times radius times radius. The actual formula is A equals pi r squared, but you'll struggle with this, and instead of multiplying it by itself, you multiply that times 2 many times. That's why I tell you to write it like this every single time. Okay, so number 4, the first things I want to do, and if you have different colors, you can use different colors to differentiate those different shapes. So for number 4, I can clear, this kind of looks like a stair step, okay, a staircase. And I can see right here that if I break this up right here, I have a big square. And how do I know it's a square and not a rectangle? Easy. The squares measures the same all the way around. Same sides, same sizes. So for this one, I have a square. I can also see that I have a rectangle. And I have another rectangle right here. So for this, the formula that we're going to be using for all the 3 of them is just base times height. Because the rectangle is squares, you use the same formula, and it's given to you on the reference chart that I showed you a couple of minutes ago. So for the first one, for the pink one, easy. That's a 12 by 12. So 12 times 12 gives you 144. And I like to put in my area inside that shape. That way I know I'm done with that one. For the red one or orange, whatever color you want to use. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. Because I know the formula is the same. I have that number. But I do not have the height. Okay? The only thing that I have is that other 4 right there. This represents this right here. But I also need to know this right here. And I can find it if I look at the other shapes or the numbers around it. So if I need to find this section from here to here, I can easily look at this wall because it's the same height and put that number in here. So if from here to here is 4 and the rest of it is 4, can I find my overall height? How much is this right there? Anybody tell me? I said from here, let me do it in black. From here to here is 4. From here to here is also 4. So what is the distance from here to here? Is also how much? Is also 4. So how much is the overall height right there? Right here. From here to here. How much is that total? I need to know that, guys. If you can't see it, you're gonna struggle a lot. So I need to know how much is that red wall. From here to here. If I combine this section and this section, the 4 and the 4, this makes this wall to be 8. That easy, guys. So don't overthink it. Just go ahead and find it, okay? If you're struggling with finding that, you're going to have a big struggle with this. So this right here is a 4 by 8. When you multiply that, you get that 32. And the last one that we have, easy, is the yellow one, gold one. It's a 4 by 8, which is also 32. All I gotta do now is add them all up. Just add them all up. 32 and 32 gives you 64 plus 144. When you add those two together, you get 208 meters squared. And that's the final answer for the combined area. Any questions so far? Now, when it's going to be a little bit different, let's look at some of the other page that has different shapes other than, let's look at number 8. Number 8, I can clearly see a square and a triangle. Two different shapes, two different formulas. For this one, it's just going to be 16 by 16. Area, base times height, 16 times 16. And if I'm not mistaken, it's 256. 16 times 16 is 256. You don't believe me? 16 times 16, right there, 256. It's a perfect square. That's easy. The hard one is going to be the red one or the orange one, whatever color you want to call that. The formula is base times height divided by 2 because it's a triangle. I know the base is 8, so area equals 8 times what? I need to know how much is from here to here. Can anybody tell me? I know this height right there. And I know this whole height right there. With those two numbers, you should be able to find this right here. How can I find it? How much is that number right there? Anybody, come on. How much is that dotted black and pink distance? If this is 16, this is 8, up to here, how much is from here to here? Easy. 16 minus 8 gives you 8. So this is also 8. So the formula is going to be 8 times 8 divided by 2. Area equals 8 times 8, 64 divided by 2 equals 32. So this right here is 32. And all you have to do at the end is add them together. 256 plus 32. That's 8, that's 8, that's 2. So the answer is 288, and these are meters squared. You have to be able to find those missing lengths. Now, let me see. one with a circle or a semicircle. I might just show you, but not do it. Let's look at number 8. I can identify a rectangle. I can identify a triangle and a semicircle. Now, if it's easier for you, you can go ahead and rewrite those on the side. And label them. This is 2. What is that? And then the rectangle is just a 4 by. I don't know how much is this. This is 6. And then the semicircle, you can just draw the whole circle. Okay? And this is 4. Okay? Now, I need to find the base of the triangle right here. Because the 7 goes from here to here. That is 7. So, how much is this right here? You need to be able to find that. Formulas for this one is A equals base times height divided by 2. For the pink one, is just base times height. For the gold one, pi times radius times radius. Notice this is not the radius, that is the diameter. So the radius is the diameter divided by 2. Pi is given to you, and it's also on your formula chart, but pi is right there. I'm going to let you work on the rest of them. If you found this video interesting, if you learned something new today, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. That's it for this one, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.